So in this video, I want to talk to you about how to get hired and recruited on LinkedIn. And I can tell you that LinkedIn is one of the best tools for getting hired in the modern day, right? So, and if you're not on it already, I would say, create a good profile as best as you can and see if you can get on LinkedIn as quick as possible. Okay? And I've identified like two main ways that I've got a lot of success. I actually got a lot more success with the second one. The first one I found it very useful, and it's another good way actually that you can, land jobs. So most of the like basically last three or so jobs that I got was from LinkedIn, right? So and it was actually referrals. One of them referrals, and one of them is because I was doing a lot of activity, like posting stuff, liking stuff, commenting stuff, and that this person saw me. So the first step, right? LinkedIn job referrals. Best for many, right? Like if you're reaching out to many best for many jobs that you want to reach out, right? So it's to essentially find people who are friends of friends and set up a call with them if you see a job that you like, right? For example, say that Google is hiring or Lenovo is hiring, and you see somebody, friends of someone in your friends list, who's a friend of somebody else who's working in this company and who's working in that department, right? So there's nothing wrong actually, reaching out and say, I know this person. It seems like you're connected with them, and is it okay if we set up a call? To there's a position that you have. Is it okay if I set up a call to see if I can get a little bit more information? Like do it like an information call. Don't try to get asked for the job right away, right? Do it like an information call. See if they know anything about this role, and if you can get a little bit more information, right? Don't They're probably not the person who's responsible for hiring, but you can you know like set up a call with them and see if they're willing to set up a call to just to get to know a little bit more about them, and if they know anything about the position, right? It's you didn't know them from the beginning anyway, right? You might as well give it a shot to see if they can help you out, right? So, and in the call, add value to them, be good to them, be nice to them, and help them find what they need, right? So that's one of the things that I would recommend. Start setting up calls with people who are referrals of your friends, right? And then you'll be able to move the ball forward in terms of getting hired. And another thing that's really effective is essentially increasing the activity in your on LinkedIn, right? Then how do you do this? So one of the main things I do is, in order to increase activity, I like and comment, right? I mostly I focus on telling people to comment on posts, because when you comment, you people can see what you commented on one thing, and they can see your name and your headline, right? So if you're saying things like Salesforce administrator, and commenting on these, like people's posts and stuff like that, many people are going to see your name and what you do, right? So it's like, remember how I said your LinkedIn profile is like the most 120 characters. This is why, because everybody will see your name and what you do when you post stuff, right? When you like stuff, that's not the case. It will just show your name. But when you post stuff, with the post, it will show to many number of people what you posted, and your headline. Even if you just encourage people, right? You can provide valuable insights under people's comments. That's one thing. Another thing is just provide encouragement. Continually provide encouragement, encouraging words on how how what what a good job they're doing with their posting, or they're doing with their work or whatever, right? Be encouraging, right? Wouldn't you like that, right? Do unto others what you like to be done upon you, right? So that's one of the things you can do. Two things actually: valuable insights and encouragement. And the next thing you should focus on is creating posts. Maybe you're not ready for this right away, but one of the things you can think about doing over time, once you started to get more comfortable with commenting and things like that, is create opinion pieces or opinion posts, right? Say, just make a commentary about something, right? So that's one of the things. And the other thing is that you can people help people with listicles and things like that. This is something that I like to do. It's basically find valuable insights, right? And then basically create a list and then share it with people, right? That's one of my favorite things to do, right? Like if I read a good blog post or anything like that, and if I read something valuable in there, I will summarize and make a list, and then provide that. So that's something you can also do, right? And the last point here is actually a tip on its own. What you can do is essentially, follow these Salesforce partner companies, right? Like there are Salesforce partner companies that I've identified here in the earlier as well, where essentially these companies are Salesforce consulting companies that help other companies, like individual companies, implement Salesforce, configure Salesforce. So they're dedicated Salesforce consulting companies that go help other companies implement Salesforce and other software. And this is not part of Salesforce. These companies, not part of Salesforce themselves. They're independent service providers that is helping people who have Salesforce, right? So there's a whole list of these guys on Salesforce website. If you click on that link, Salesforce partner consulting companies, or it's on App Exchange, right? That's what they call it. And if you find these people in LinkedIn and start following, not people, the companies, and you start following them, and you start commenting them, and start interacting with them, people in on those companies, you will be very likely to get a job with those companies, because these companies are continually hiring people at the entry level, mid level, senior level for Salesforce help, right? So that's a like almost all of these companies are hiring at some point or the other within the year, because there's not enough people can do Salesforce work, right? So that's why I really want you to take a look at that and kind of get along, look at some of the companies that are there. So I'll show you how it looks like, so you know where I'm going and where it is at. So let me show you. So this is essentially the companies that you see. So it's a whole bunch of companies. You can organize it based on the number of people and certified experts, right? So I don't know the exact number that is there now, but all of these are independent companies that you can look into their company and see if they are hiring or not. These companies in Dallas, right? So you can go to this website and then go search exactly this company on LinkedIn as well, and then follow them, right? And you can see some of the things that they offer, right? So when you do this, you will see that there are a lot more people that you can reach out, and a lot more direct way that you're actually seeking out people who needs your guidance and who needs your help with Salesforce, right? So that's one of the recommendations I will give you. So get started on that, and then you'll be able to improve your presence on LinkedIn as well. All right, take care.